So today we accomplished a few minor things and then spent the rest of the day trying to figure out caching. I think I got the performance a lot better. Yesterday, I think when I made the video, I couldn't really click on each one of these folders and have them load immediately. Now they load really fast. I have some extra large folders in here. This one's got 1,400 images in it, and I don't know what else to expect other than that. That's pretty good performance, I think, so I'm pretty happy with that. I also cleaned up this top part. It used to just say stats along here, and it had all this in a JSON object. Now I've sort of separated it out with some information that the ordering system hands us, and then I have the email. If I click the email, it automatically opens up an email with the two filled out from the email on the order, and then a little subject, and then it starts out with the customer's first name. So if you had an issue with this order and needed to email the customer, this saves like 3 steps, which I think is kind of handy. So back in the code, so one thing we fixed with yesterday, there were uncropped images from the ordering system and they wouldn't print. I fixed that. If I click something on here now and tell it to print, it should print. Go down here and it's green, says it's printed a few seconds ago. That works now. That was a problem in how I was parsing the folder structure. So it's this section where the folder is all it's all one folder for the catalog name, Luster Prints, and then the product and the quantity is all in the folder name in one folder, and normally I would have them separated out, so there's some logic up above here for that. But the problem was I was counting from the left, separating by dashes, and the word uncropped was starting on the left. If the folder was named uncropped dash Luster Prints, then it was getting the wrong information because it wasn't expecting the uncropped word. So I've reversed it, and now the product, let's see, now the quantity is the second to the last thing from the end. The product name is the third thing from the end, and the catalog is the fourth thing. And then if first part, right, one way is counting forward, the other way is counting backwards. Here I'm doing the folder part's length -3, so I'm going backwards. And here I'm checking to see if the first part is uncropped to lowercase, so I don't have to worry about which way it comes in. Then I'm setting uncropped to true, and uncropped is something I can get from the data from all the files up here. And so if I see something that says uncropped, then I put a big red thing here that says uncropped. I can still add it to the cart. The problem is the machine is going to center crop it, so somebody needs to look at these. Eventually I should have a way, if I double click this, I should be able to crop it. Other than that, the entire rest of the day was spent on the caching. It started up here with me asking a question about caching strategies, and I actually thought it did a really good job of giving me a bunch of information on how to do stuff. I was sort of made it a little more complicated by mentioning that I'm going to have larger images. For today, all I really did was these thumbnail images. Eventually, when I double click this and you have a larger image, that'll need to be cached also. So I made it a little more confusing, but did a really good job explaining different ideas. But boy, after that, it was just one mistake after another, and it just went on, and then I don't have very good internet today, so I couldn't always have it helping me. But in the end, we got it to work pretty good. And if you go into one of these folders, we'll do this one. There's now a cache file, and in here is a bunch of thumbnail images that have 300 pixels on the longest dimension. If I delete those, and that was 488. So that's this folder. If I click on it, at first there's a little hesitation, and then it's generating these thumbnails in the background. It's already up to 150. If I scroll past wherever it is, it just loads the original file into here. But then the next time you come back to it, it'll have thumbnails, and it should be faster, and it's not. Yeah, that's interesting. I thought that was faster when we first started making the video. That's pretty good. I can't complain too much about that. That is 488 images. Certainly on these, having the thumbnail in the cache is a lot faster. So today we didn't really accomplish a whole lot that's visible, other than this top part's cleaner. I think Knex is going to work on double-clicking an image to open it up larger.